I caught my boyfriend talking to Fin-D0mmes for the third time. He wants to get help from a therapist. I don't know if I should forgive him, but I want to because he is willing to change. My boyfriend 26M and I 24F have been dating for over a year and a half now. And besides this one issue, we get along swimmingly. I love this man so much and know that he loves me, but he has hurt me for the possible last time. This is the third time he has done this and I am sick with rage and don't know what to do. A bit of backstory. I am his first serious relationship ever. Before we got together, he was messaging cam girls since he was 17 and sending them money. He is a real sweetheart but not too social. I was the one who made the first move and asked him out. A month into our relationship, I was on Twitter and connecting my contacts. I added his email and an account with the handle u/Fin-D0mmes, not the actual account but along those lines, came up. Curious, I clicked on the account and was shocked beyond belief. I don't have the energy to go into what the findom community is like, but do a quick Google search and you'll get the idea. That's what his account was like and also had pictures of himself in subclothing. The account had not been used in 2 years but I was still upset about it. I talked about it with him and he was extremely remorseful and said he was too embarrassed to tell me. I forgave him and said that if he had questions or concerns to talk to me and that I would not judge him for his past. He deleted the account. Cut to 6 months later, I have his phone and I'm using it to find a place to go to breakfast. An email pops up thanking him for a transfer of $100 to PayPal. We are not rich people and he had recently been complaining about finances that day but wanted to take me out because I wasn't feeling well. This made me feel worse as I did something I never did with any of my other boyfriends. I snooped hard. I found out that he had been sending money to multiple women and asking them to do or say certain things for about a month. This took a week to do and I waited to see if he would come clean and talk to me. He didn't. I broke down and confronted him and he denied it to me in my face. I didn't talk with him for 3 days before he came over and talked with me and said he had a problem. That it was hard to adjust and that he didn't tell me because he didn't want to lose me or leave me. I know that's a shitty reason. But I had fallen for him at this point and really had deep feelings for him, still do. He blocked her. I gave him an ultimatum. Do this again and I'm leaving. Because of my lost trust and paranoia, I did something that was really uncool and I added my fingerprint to his phone so I could access it quicker. I never used it. A week ago, I told him about it and he was visibly upset, but not too angry. Something about his reaction didn't sit right with me and made me extremely suspicious. Cut to last night. We were dog-sitting for a friend, forgot to mention we don't live together, and I have not trusted him since I found out about this last incident. I had been having conversations with him that I felt like he was hiding something from me and that he wasn't being open enough. I asked him every day and he said nothing was wrong. I looked through his phone while he was sleeping and found videos that he had paid for. I was so sick I couldn't sleep. I couldn't believe he did this again and lied to me again. He found me on the couch and asked me if I was okay and all I could do was stare at him. He knew instantly. He immediately confessed and admitted that he was wrong and made a huge mistake. I asked him to show me the messages and was appalled at what I saw. I almost kicked him out of the house, the messages were so bad. I read them aloud and he just hung his head in shame. Going through more messages I found out he video chatted with one of them and talked about me very negatively, but also that he felt kind of guilty about what he was doing, not sure if that was a part of the kink or not. He apologized over and over and I just, and still can't, grasp why he did it again. We are going to see my family for Thanksgiving, then we are going to New York, then to Disney World for Christmas. He calls me every day. We hang out together every day. He talked about moving in together for the past 6 months. Sigh. He's been doing this since August. We talked for over 2 hours and we came to the conclusion that we want to work it out but that he needs help. He gave me all the passwords to his social media, emails, and bank accounts, his request not mine. I messaged the women and told them I was not upset with them because they were just doing their job and fulfilling a fantasy. They apologized and gave me their condolences and understood. They blocked him and he blocked them and deleted their messages. He wants to go to a therapist tomorrow and talk about this because he says he really does not want to lose me because he was a dumbass. I just don't know. I still love him but he's hurt me multiple times. I know this subreddit is quick to say give up but I really think if we get help things will be okay. But this hurts a lot. I don't want to go through this again and I don't know if a therapist will help. Update. He is going to a therapist on Friday by himself. He saw the post and thinks everyone is right and feels like a piece of shit, thank you. Wants me to go with him after his first appointment. Still unsure of what I'll do. Definitely on the fence. He's taking a step and I know that he can do better. Told him that I am not here to help him and if he wants to do better he has to do so for himself. Willing to work on it as long as he does too. Thank you all again for the solid advice and messages. Additional info in the comments. I know I deserve better. I know I should take it for face value. That I should look at the black and white and that enough would be a good reason for anyone to leave. But I can't stop thinking about the gray area. How he's called me every day and checked on me when I was working on my assignments. Hell, he helped me through grad school. How we've traveled together. That we made plans to move in together. But he's a liar. And a cheater. And degraded me to other women. And didn't tell me after I asked him every day if he had anything to tell me. Despite all that, I don't view him as a monster. I think of him as a colossal dumbass who had no respect for me, probably still doesn't because I'm still willing to give him a chance. I wish he could be a monster. I wish he would make it easy for me so I could move on and find someone else. But he's remorseful. He apologizes all the time. He wants to stop. But just like you, I don't think he can. He's saying one thing, but I don't think he realizes just how ingrained it is for him. But I hear what everyone is saying and I will forever be grateful for that. It's just so fucking hard because outside of this monstrously idiotic thing he's amazing and I hate that. But we'll see. So I may be blind but I'm not dumb. If things don't change I'll clean my wounds and move on. I've done it before, I can do it again. But this one is really going to hurt. Update 2. I wasted another year of my life by trying to help a person that never helped themselves and I'm paying for it in every way imaginable. I introduced him to the r/stop Fin-D0mmes subreddit, we went to therapy 3 times, only initiated when I caught him, I tried avoiding it, I tried confronting him. Nothing worked because he never stopped the cycle. I was going to study abroad in Asia in December and I did not need this on my mind before I went. So very impromptu on November 16, I decided I could not be with him anymore. I was sick of feeling used and lied to about something that he didn't need to lie about. I didn't have solid proof. I just had it mentally because I felt he was hiding something from me. And he wasn't trying to fix our relationship at all, even though he swears up and down he did. Instead of handling it well, he shows me an engagement ring his mom gave to him as I was breaking up with him and begged me to stay again. We didn't speak at all while I was away and I wish it stayed that way. I came back early January and our lease isn't up until February, so I decided we could live together until then. And it was great until Monday, or at least I thought so anyway. We were talking openly about our feelings and he kept apologizing for everything that went wrong. He still wanted to be my friend. Hard no. It wasn't until this last Monday that he got a new phone and switched over his SIM card to his new one. While he was at work his old phone kept going off, so I looked at it. I fully acknowledge that since we aren't together I had no right to go through his phone, but the shit I found makes me feel no guilt whatsoever. If anything, I'm proud I can see him for who he actually is. I found out he went to see one of the doms he was cheating on me with in LA and never stopped talking to her, even before we broke up. And in $15,000 in debt from sending multiple doms money, SN, he always told me one of the traits he doesn't like about me is how badly I handle money. Har har. Projecting much? After I saw this I puked, packed a bag and left. I texted him that I am leaving and unless it was about the apartment, I never wanted to hear from him again. We've been avoiding each other since. I've been slowly moving my things out and putting it in storage and I just feel emotionally defeated. I went through 3 months worth of messages and found a few interesting things other than the nudes, videos, and pretty subpar sexting. He acknowledges that he lied and that he had an intimate connection with her. To which she replies, that's called deceit, not cheating. He's glad that it was her. Glad that he can finally make someone happy. Glad he can please his goddess. Glad to be free. Upset that I never understood him. Wow. What a goof, lol. He is so disillusioned and addicted to this lifestyle that he genuinely believes she cares about him and that he's in the right. He thinks she's actually his friend, while she goes out to dinner with her boyfriend with his money and using him for emotional support, something he complained about to her about me. And how he loved emotionally fucking with me. She is being paid thousands of dollars to stroke their ego though, so I think I would understand that you have to keep the customer happy. She got $500 off of the LA visit, which is pretty impressive if you ask me. I feel like I should say that I respect sex workers and everything they do a lot. But this specific dom is manipulative and has no boundaries. She is a half-baked amateur at best who really has no clue on how to even pretend to know what she's doing. She gives actual doms a bad name. Anyone who is a proper dom and actually cared about their subs' well-being would never do the shit that these two concocted. Like sending me a picture of her ass and saying she only did it because he asked her to. Asking him how he's going to spoil me today and him telling her that he's going to take me to get my nails done as a surprise. Him telling her how unappreciative I am of his gifts because they don't feel genuine, which they weren't, lol. I never consented to any of this and this shit has fucked me up for life. But get this, she's an advocate for mental wellness. What a joke. She praised him for getting out of a toxic relationship and was glad he could be free from all of my nagging and that I wouldn't hold this over his head anymore. Again, either she's really good at customer satisfaction or a really shitty person. More than likely both. But he never told her that I was the one who actually ended the relationship. But yeah, he never changed. He talked a big game but is so deep into his addiction and himself that he's willing to risk everything for it. I should have listened to everyone's advice and left when I had the chance. I shouldn't have moved in with him. Instead, I was emotionally abused by a narcissist who felt that he did everything he could. A direct quote he said to the Fin-D0mme he never stopped talking to for the past 6 months. To those that are questioning and still have hope for the hopeless, get out while you can. You can't change anyone that does not want to change themselves. You can't convince someone they're in the wrong once they see that they're in the right. You may think that other people may not know them as well as you do. It's just something you tell yourself to avoid the actual truth that you're sacrificing yourself for someone who won't even do the same for you. Take care of yourself first because you're only damaging yourself in the long run. Sorry if this looks all over the place, BTW. As happy as I am that I made the decision to leave, I am super depressed and feel like I failed. I know this is all his fault, but I feel like I should have seen this coming. That besides this one thing, he was amazing. But it was a lie. Reddit really helped me the last time and that's the only reason I'm posting here. Because I haven't slept in the past 3 days and could really use some support and will probably regret posting this later lol. Update 3. Holy cannoli. I went to sleep and came back to 1.0k upvotes. Thank you for the platinum and the silver. I truly appreciate it. The comments are overwhelming and I'm trying to upvote them all but I am beyond grateful. A couple of notes. For those that don't want to Google, Fin-D0mme is financial domination. A more direct definition is financial domination is also known as money slavery and is basically a fetish of people who want to be controlled by another person in exchange for money. They pay people for controlling them and the one in charge is known as a financial dominatrix. Usually, a male is the submissive who is referred to as a pay pig, a money slave, and even a human ATM because the Fin-D0mme can shell out as much money as they can from these subs. I don't have a problem with Fin-D0mme. We actually tried it together. I was uncomfortable with it mainly because I linked it with his cheating and lying. I expressed that I wanted to be monogamous and he stated that he wanted help and felt sick and wanted to change. I said that if this is what he wants to do that's fine, I'm fine with that but I don't want to be deceived and used. Just communicate with me. But as I found out from the messages, he loved emotionally manipulating me and loved to see me hurt. He got off on my pain, a direct quote. He got off on mentally abusing me, and that's not okay. He also had a home-wrecking fetish but I guess it loses the appeal if I consent to it I guess. Mini rant, don't do this to partners who have no interest in your kink or you have not had that conversation with them on what they are okay within the relationship. Communicate. Give them the option to decide on what they are comfortable with, not what you think they're okay with. Don't hurt someone else if they express disinterest and give you an open opportunity to leave, but you are so selfish that you rather lie to them and put on a facade of wanting help. You can probably find his post on r/stop findom. I won't link it here but if you're curious it may be still there from like a year ago.